I wanted to just take a moment here and respond to something that often happens. Was trying to remember the first time I ever picked up a pencil. I don't really know when that happened. I don't remember exactly or what the first thing was that I drew, but I remember the encouragement of my mother. Um, she knew I liked to draw, and she did too. Extremely a talented artist, and she would offer to draw with me. It's exciting. As a kid, what more could you ask for than have your mom draw with you? She'd say, well, why don't we have we call them drawing contests. That's kind of fun. We'd pick something to draw, maybe from a book or a card or something, and just see what we could do. And we always liked to do it from our own approach, always free-handed it. And it was fun to see the differences. Quite a difference. Everybody that draws has a little different way of looking at things. And I think it's always been something that's been part of me, and it just kept developing and developing and developing. And I just kept finding new things that I wanted to try and express. And because of that, more and more people knew that I liked to draw portraits and things. And as a young man, late teens, early 20s, I was doing portraits for about $35 a piece, and I always felt good. Boy, that was big time. That was back in the 60s and the early 70s. And I just was so excited that somebody was willing to pay me and that I would be able to do something special enough that they just looked forward to having this portrait of their loved one. This man wanted to be able to give his wife a picture of him. And he was known for his hat and things like that. And so it was just fun being able to accommodate that. This man heard that I liked to draw portraits, and he asked me if I would draw him because he had seen me draw somebody with a white beard one time. And he says, man, I'd love you to draw me and my beard. There's a whole wide range of levels of refinement. Even if you had something simpler like that one with the hat, you find that there are meaningful things that you can incorporate into your portrait. So many people, when they find out I'm an artist, they give me the sad tale of how they would have liked to have been an artist or be able to draw or paint, but they just never felt like they could do it. It's a real common statement to make that they just feel they have no ability whatsoever. I have just really enjoyed helping them find that they have an amazing amount of talent, so much more than they ever thought. They have an ability. If I can give them a procedure, that they can follow, I think it's all about having confidence. You might surprise yourself, especially if you're willing to toss aside all of those things that have been said and things you've thought about art and just start very simply. Some people just dive right in and they just want to do this dynamic piece, and maybe they're doing a portrait of a loved one or whatever. You want to do them justice, and their first foray into art shouldn't be something that's a little too much. But as you go, you learn how to capture those little things, and they're often little. And that makes it easier right there. It's not some huge, powerful thing, but the little tiny things often make your drawing or piece of art very powerful. If you don't know how to swim, you don't dive off deep into the pool. Start on the wading end if you have to. Get used to the water, how it feels. How comfortable you're going to be as you learn how to, protect yourself against drowning and all those different things. Same thing with drawing, a little bit at a time. And as you have those wonderful opportunities for success, one step at a time, you might find that this is something that's really innate in you. There are certain things that will help you understand that art is maybe for you. One of the things is, do you find yourself wanting to do something creative? Do you want to do something in art? Do you find yourself attracted to expressions and maybe details and things like that, even if you don't know how to do it yet? I think it's really important to pay attention to some of those things because they can be capitalized on, developed, nurtured in ways that you may not expect. And it's so gratifying to realize that people who made those statements about their incapability are drawing amazing things. Some world-class artists. Everybody has to start somewhere. So if you have some encouragement, it really makes a difference. If you have somebody that can share with you, some of the important aspects of drawing, even if it isn't that detailed, I enjoy pointing out to people what really goes into making this a dynamic, interactive piece of art. And often it's just very simple principles. Noticing, learning how to see, noticing a light direction, understanding what creates depth, and understanding your tools and how you can use them efficiently. Once you start gaining confidence, it's not so intimidating in saying, oh, I don't know that I could draw that. But if you know the principles, you can draw just about anything, at least better than you ever did before. I know some of you are probably asking, because it's very common, how in the world do I do it? We've developed these core concepts. They're 5 lessons, and they're free. Can you believe that? Absolutely nothing. And if you sign up at the URL at the bottom, you'll receive one of the lessons each day for 5 days. It'll break things down into that first stroke, that one line, and how to put it on, and be able to have something that gives you complete accuracy. And also it'll add all the flow and grace and have the ability to create wonderful cheeks, wonderful contours, bringing life to your drawing, all because that stroke is key. When you start adding those together, you'll have another lesson that talks about the patches. The patches help you start creating those wonderful gradations. You'll learn how to use your pencils properly and understand the importance of each individual grade. We only have 5 pencils, so it's pretty simple. Then we go ahead and we work on another lesson that's called the Darrow Barrel. I didn't name it that, but other people did. It's an opportunity for you to start using that range of value developed in the patches, and also start recognizing not only the clean edges so you can separate this barrel from the background, but also suggest contour by adding light direction to it. And light is such a fabulous thing in helping us to really have that sense of depth and dimension. We have a chance to add everything together when we go to the lesson on the sphere. The sphere helps us have that opportunity to have continuous gradations and contours that are uninterrupted and create that roundness along with the light. It takes some practice and some time, but it's all worth it because this is developing new habits. And if you ever wonder why in the world does my sphere not look like somebody else's, well, there's the last lesson, and that covers some troubleshooting so that you can learn how to recognize the trouble spots. I love to be able to sit next to people and see what they're doing, but this is the next best thing because I'm doing it with you on the video, and you have a chance to play that video just as often as you want. And so that gives everybody the opportunity to get off to a great start and create that solid foundation, those solid principles. This may be a key to your advancing in drawing like you never believed. I hope you take advantage of this. Again, it's down at the bottom of the page. The URL is there. And I'm really excited that it has opened up doors for so many people. Their drawing has just advanced beyond their wildest dreams, I guess. And I am so excited to be able to watch them over in the community, the 5 Pencil Method community. We have a chance to share what each other's doing, if you so choose. And it's just wonderful that people are able to draw things they never thought they could. So I hope you take advantage of it. Remember, it's free. And you can get off to a great start and foundation to your drawing. So have fun. We'll see you later.